Hey everybody, this is Stitch 1993. Welcome back to another What Was, where I talk about television shows that I grew up with during the 90s and early 2000s. And today we're going to talk about what was The Big Garage. Big Garage. Now, if you've never heard this show, I wouldn't put it past you. This was a pretty niche show even when it was on air. Originally, it's a Canadian show, so originally aired in Canada from 1995 to 1997, but it aired in the United States on TLC's Ready, Set, Learn from 1997 to 2001. So that's how I came upon the show. And let me tell you, as like a 3 and 4 year old and 5 year old, this was probably one of my favorite shows because it combined two of the things that I was really into at the time: puppets and cars. So The Big Garage is a puppet car television show, and it is a very, very children's show. Like, do not go into this expecting, deep episodes or a lot of lore. No. This is just your run-of-the-mill, learn to be nice to each other, learn your daily social type of things and how to be nice and how to pretend, how to share, and whatnot. But we'll go into the characters and the show in a little bit of general here. So as I said, it aired on TLC's Ready, Set, Learn back when TLC was a reputable show. And we got quite a few car characters, but there were other characters that kept my interest as well. So of course we got the 4 cars, 4 taxi cabs. There was London, which is the blue taxi cab.
Sorry, Yorkie, your tires are full of hot air. I still believe.
Zigzag, the purple one.
I'm still gonna need a new regular tire, aren't I?
Well, yes, you are.
Well, where am I gonna get that tire?
Yorkie, the yellow one who kind of had a New Yorker accent.
Me, I'm too busy soaking up the valuable rays.
And Mimi, who was the red taxi cab, also was like the baby of the group because she had like a little hood ornament that looked like a pacifier that she always kind of either sucked on or just kind of hung onto the bottom of her lip.
Okay, the tire fairy is coming to the big garage. Isn't that great?
And of course, every episode would be about one of the 4 getting in trouble or learning a life lesson or whatnot. But sometimes they had to learn the life lesson through a bad guy that was on the show.
Nope, they tried to trick you. Sorry to break your little heart.
I don't know what he was supposed to be. I guess just a little bunch of scrap metal called none other than Scrap. This cool looking guy really caught my attention. He looks kind of like a robot. And of course, this was using some sort of latex for the puppets, so they got really detailed in the design of these things. And he just looked like a cool creature. Now, he had a sidekick, Rusty, who was a green tow truck, who was kind of, dumb. Scrap would just tell him, hey, go do this and go get this person in trouble. And sometimes he would, and other times, because the taxi cabs were just so nice to him, he'd just kind of hang out with them and forget all about whatever deed he was supposed to do.
Fire Fairy, Scrap will want to hear about this.
Now, they all hung out at, quote-unquote, the big garage, where it was a garage / car wash, and it was hosted by Pump, who is a talking pump. And this was probably another one of my favorite characters just because of the look of this dude. Nowadays, it kind of looks kind of creepy, especially his face. But back in the 90s, this dude looked cool as heck. I mean, kind of looked like a robot. Honestly, the way his chest and little arms, little pump arms were. And he was kind of the adult of the show, or the moral compass. So whenever the taxi cabs were getting in trouble or not doing what they were supposed to do, or even just asking for advice, they'd always come to Pump.
It's hard to believe in something
especially when everyone else tells you you're wrong.
Now, Pump wasn't the only character at the big garage. There was also Thule, Red Toolbox, and he kind of helped out. He was more of just like a gag character because he had these little wrenches that would, he would always be chasing them, or they would always be chasing him. And he was never on the scene for very long, so you never got tired of looking at him and that big old handlebar mustache.
No, not again. No.
Yeah, he was just kind of there. It never really added or subtracted from the episodes, at least from the episodes I've seen. Now, there was Flash, who was a traffic light. Again, cool freaking looking character. It's a traffic light with a mouth and of course little body and stuff. But I mean, when all you've got is like Sesame Street growing up with, and all of a sudden you see traffic light with mouth, that all goes to the side there. I just love all the designs for these characters. Even the cars look pretty cool. Again, the latex kind of design, or maybe they had like some foam latex. They were really, really well designed, really well puppeteered there. Lastly, every now and then, if Pump was giving a life lesson, he'd give just be like, and now watch this, or like tell a story, and it'd be about this cartoon stop sign who wasn't really considered a cartoon. She was a 3D animated, and I believe this may have been one of the first times like cell shading was being used for animation, because they really made it look like she was supposed to be 2D, but you can definitely tell she is a 3D.
Claws and sing eyes.
Very interestingly animated. I guess they had budget for the animation program, but I guess whoever's animating was still learning the process, because the animation is really choppy, especially for the late 90s 3D animation. By then we had gotten VeggieTales, and I believe Reboot had come out. So, and I think Beast Wars had also come out. So we had gotten to a point where, it didn't look good, but you could animate it pretty well. Whereas this looked really good, and actually probably is one of the few CGI animations from the 90s that actually hold up well look-wise, but animation-wise, not the best, in my opinion. We did get 28 episodes for this show, and you can watch the entire series both here on YouTube and also free on Tubi, which is a free app. Definitely recommend getting that app just because it's got a bunch of cool stuff. All the episodes are on there. It did get a kind of a DVD release, so there's like 3 DVDs that got released back in like 2006, 2007. The only thing is they only have like 2 episodes each, and they're kind of theme based. I have one of them, the Pretending and Believing one. There's also the Friends and one about sharing, but again, they only have 2 episodes, and they're out of print, so they're getting kind of expensive for what's on them. So you'd only get about 6 episodes where you can, just watch the whole thing here and enjoy it, and not have to, spend money for a disc, unless you're into physical, which I am. So that's why I own at least one of these things, because you never know when they're going to take it down from YouTube, or Tubi's going to not have the license for it anymore. As far as cast goes, there doesn't seem to be any major casting outside of the guy that voiced Thule, Brian Herring. He's got a wide resume. Most recently, he is the voice or the puppeteer, can't really tell. Yeah, he's the voice of BB-8 of Star Wars. So that's kind of cool that the character that did the least amount of stuff on Big Garage is now one of the most popular characters. Yeah, he was in a lot of shows. He's mostly like doing puppeteering. Yeah, he goes back all the way back from Muppet Treasure Island. But his most recent credit is a voice in Total War Warhammer 3, and that was just back in 2022. But yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed the show. It's definitely one that has like very limited information out there. So definitely check this show out and let me know what your thoughts are. And also, did you grow up with the show, or is this your first time hearing about it? And what do you think in regards to the designs to the puppets, both the cars and other characters like Scrap and Pump and Flash and Stop? Do you think they're cool like I did and still do, or do you think they kind of look kind of creepy because of the way that they were designed and sculpted and stuff? And let me know down in the comments if there's any shows you'd like me to review it or look into at least. And of course, remember to like and subscribe for future videos. Until next time, thank you and have a good day. Bye bye.